we're just having a good look into spawn,
wow.
and well, straight out of middle is a nice first shot. Oh, hold on. We're watching it delayed. That happened a little bit later. Anyway, okay, right. QB and Scrug both with frags for Sangal. They're starting to pick up some pace and momentum here as well. It all shifts now onto the heads of NIP. They are down, of course, 2 versus 4 for the Young Ninjas. Apparently, Maxter's still here. I don't know if that's the case, Mr. Hayes. Apparently, he's back. And his head is massive in the HUD. Like, absolutely massive. Like, bobblehead compared to the rest. I don't know what's going on.
Oh, he doesn't have a head in the server anymore. Corey's taking that right off. And yeah, I'm surprised to see Maxter as well.
Back home and playing?
That's a good question, Ryan. Lots of questions, not too many answers. One hasn't happened, and NIP are on a force buy rather. So it's not like this is just USPs and P250s. They've got Deagles and armor right now.
Flash in. Fuzi looking for the opening frag. Gonna run through CT. No one's checked above the boost. No one's checked above the boost. But Maxter can't find anything. Fuzi and QB both with frags, but Era's dropped the bomb carrier, which means they still need to go on a retrieval mission. But Era's still standing strong. Fuzi in the clutch. 1v2 originally, needs 3 in the round. Plants, checks towards CT, but the man is running from Banana. Surely now he's going to swing. It's no time. Fuzi's whiffed his spray. Not going to happen today. And Young Ninjas have themselves a response. Adam B just holds his nerves. And there we have it. It's an equalizer out of the Ninjas.
Yes, that's why, Susp was an easy option to pull in. This is the 0-2 matchup of the Swiss stage, as we mentioned in the pregame. So I guess Young Ninjas also wanted their full forces. We see a forceful execute in towards the B bomb side. Linus once again going unchecked on the boost. He's able to get a kill as a result. That's twice in a row we've seen Sangal execute in towards B with no one checking the boost. That is not great protocols coming through from them. At least they'll get a plant and turn this into a post plant.
Try and halt this retake. As for the rest of Sangal, well, they're just going to try and buy time as best as they can. QB's Deagle, opening frag is his. Still 3 more to go, though, and they are starting to close in. Shark circling in on QB, who finds a second with the Deagle, and Fuzi's flanked out in full force. Problem is for him, he's going to have to try and get on this as soon as he can. Nilo's starting to stick it, running in. Here's the AK. Here's the AK from Fuzi as he lines them both up. And that's Sangal with a second. He's doing brilliantly. Mr. LNZ catching nothing but pain. Soulfly will find the second in the round as well. So already, Hayes, I'm a little bit of not a believer. I'll say it. I'm definitely not a believer. Nilo is a very nice shot onto Soulfly through the smoke. And, while there is some resistance being met here, you can see that Sangal and Hunters wandered out towards the site, found some success. They get a bomb plant. And at this point, Young Ninjas 2v4, you kind of just have to save those guns.
I feel like bringing STIKLE into the mix is the perfect addition. Like I said in the pregame, I'm glad they didn't fall back into making a roster change to
Seriously, got to rein in those numbers as quick as you can. You can see already progression being made towards apartment. This is a faster play. QB catching Adam B as if a flashbang was primed and ready to go. But actually, Maxter's found a double from the mini pit position. Can't let the Orpavira silence you, but the P250 certainly will. And that was a brilliant start, but it fizzles out to basically nothing. Maxter running this round up solo as he finds himself a third.
Yeah, I hate to say it, but I think I'm going to put that one on QB, unfortunately. Although he's the player to open up the round and get that great first frag onto Adam B, it does look like they're going to end up here. 23 seconds on the clock. There's going to have to be a smoke to extinguish the fire. They don't have the luxury of waiting. No time left on the clock. Corey leads that charge, pushing his way forward. Does clear out Nilo, but not able to get the kill. Nilo doubles down, although Linus won't be able to get on the mix. It doesn't make a difference because Nilo, he's a one-man army. Couldn't be on for the ace. Wants to hunt down Fuzi. No, Maxter will rob him of that, but it doesn't matter.
What a sick round from Nilo. Watch his positioning as well, right? We'll get a replay, of course, of this round. There's your first, your second. He's able to back away, let his teammate make contact, and then swing off the back of the Maxter, or the peak rather, from the Coffin player, right?
Work with. It does look like they're going to be grouping up for a bit of a mid-take coming through here with contact flashes are good. Initially, Era going to get completely blinded up. Maxter is the last man in position. And after getting a single frag, he'll also be dealt with. Look at Soulfly just going on an absolute tear right now. 3 kills coming through from his AK-47. Scrunk not holding back either. And Sangal have just blown the door wide open on that A-bomb site. What a way for them to make a statement and get back to winning ways.
I completely missed it. But yeah, either way, Soulfly, easy hat-trick. Scrunk the fourth. And the rest is history. It's the 7th now.
Sangal is going to continue to plan with plan A here. I mean, there's a lot of time left on the clock, so plenty of options available. Going to be a flash here for the CTs to respond off of. Max are going to get 1 kill, and obviously Sangal will know there has to be at least one more player in towards the bomb site somewhere. That flash couldn't have come from nowhere. Nilo's actually doing a good job to buy time here. Arrow rotating through, also has a smoke grenade, which he's going to look to deploy. Not a great smoke, though. There's a pretty big gap in that itself, so by deduction, there can only be one player on the opposite side of the map, and it's Adam, one player looking to make a mark, and he will get 2 kills, so at least leaves his team in an even 2 versus 2 retake.
Makes it a lot more manageable and a lot more arguable to go for a retake as well in this round, right? Like, you can kind of sympathize a little bit more with risking your economy here for Young Ninjas. Fuzi's orb on the angle towards middle. Both players coming from long, just can't peek together, but they peek 1 by 1, nearly isolating both fights, Fuzi. But Nilo just about managing to trade. Now it's QB, of course, but his information given up, and that's an easy 1v1. The element of surprise still on Sangal's side, and for QB, all he had to do was close the show. 8-3.
Yeah, really good depth in that round there from Sangal. Good response after they had that information towards the B-bomb site. Obviously, this was how they started off the previous round, where they won their 7th. This was the round we just saw where they pivoted from Banana in towards that A site. And it comes down to the 1v1, as you say, QB off the back of a good little play there. Soulfly will find the opening frag on the B-bomb site. They're hoping that's drawn a rotation, but they're actually not correct. In fact, there's a rotation coming in towards the A-bomb site, but Soulfly, he just continues to frag. I think that Scrunk might have thrown a support flash from to get that kill over at B, and a support flash from to get that kill in middle.
Adam
Problem is, there's still 3 players here.
Yeah. Expecting something from long. They are meeting a lot of resistance. The bomb commits to mini pit, which means they don't have a choice. They don't have a choice to face into Young Ninjas. 2v3 now from 5v3. They walk into the stack and they get decimated because of it. It's Fuzi left. They don't prod towards B. They have a spidey sense that A is clean, but instead it is a very messy round. And with 15 seconds left, Fuzi knows he's got to get out. He's got to save the orb for Young Ninjas.
Yeah, Sangal were just completely relying on the fact that they had shown so much presence over towards Banana. They go util. They are going to have to go through a smoke grenade, though.
2 of them maybe now, because there's one on front site as well. 20 seconds left. Fuzi's just trying to line up a flash. Right-clicking one in behind them, and that actually is going to cause some commotion. Strunk finds the opening frag. Corey did spot the player on new box between the 2 flashbangs, so Nilo might think he's a lot more safe than he really is. Fuzi finding the 3rd 5 versus 2 scenario. Bomb plant to come in, and this is looking double digits here for the T side. Fuzi finally removed from the round, and that's actually one of the premium weapons gone. Corey's able to pick it up though, and of course going to get the reload in. Makes this round even harder for the remaining 2 players from Young Ninjas. Should be a 10th quite easily. Corey with the 4th in the round, and the last picked up by the Orb, 10-5. So, yeah, they've got to be careful here. Got to be real careful. Flashes in towards B. Fuzi head taken off. Soulfly is going to find one, but he's already compromised here. They know that he's in dark. Any kills here are good. There's another. Adam B will drop him, but it has bought valuable time for these trades.
Yeah, at least a 2 for 2 trade means that Sangal have an even numbers game to take into the retake. Scrunk desperately trying to get a kill back to give them that advantage. Kills continue to be traded, though. QB will get himself 2 frags, and Scrunk will finish off the job. So much impact coming through there from QB at range. Those kills were invaluable. 3 players towards this part of the map, one of them being the rifle of QB. And unfortunately, Fuzi's been smoked out, so he won't be able to do much about this execute as it comes through. And actually, a rough smoke there from QB means he can't help his teammate out at all. Fuzi does the best that he possibly can. Great damage as 2 kills come through from him, but Soulfly is left in a 1v2.
Ron in, as you said, this crossfire is so tight-knitted that no way you should be able to isolate these fights. And then there you go. Well, you got caught completely out. There you go. It is going to be a 6th on the board for Young Ninjas. They aren't just yet. We need to see a little bit more out of them before we do start to believe a little bit more. But that is a very important round to be winning.
Yeah, absolutely. Vital round in terms of their chances and their campaign here on the T side.
When this boost happens here, Soulfly, let's see what he's got in store for us, because this is an angle I don't think anyone will be expecting, knowing that this bomb's going to be walking in. Fires off a couple of shots, able to drop it. 18 seconds left. Now, of course, they're looking for another as Fuzi lands the shot. And look at this. They're running into the stack. They're running into the jaws of the Sangal side, but they are able to take it down in time. 1 versus 2. QB, another clutch required.
Desert Eagle, but Maxter has his crosshair perfectly placed, inflicts damage, finishes off the kill, and while it got super close there, Young Ninjas still able to maintain their composure. IGL role still at a very young age. Oh, Nilo with a chance to pass his stats.
Nice.
Doesn't get better than that, man.
We love that.
A while before they're even able to rotate towards A. Now they're going to hear the util coming through, and they start to shift themselves towards the opposite side of the map. QB deploys the smoke grenade into Big Pit there to try and fake as though he's in that position, but he resides in Mini Pit. 20 seconds on the clock there. Young Ninjas have not left themselves a lot of time. Uzi looking to avoid the flashes. Won't be able to avoid the bullets. Corey good for one. It's actually all on QB, but he goes down as well. Strong phases through the smoke, but then fades into oblivion as Linus takes him down.
Enough to take down this Young Ninja side, and Soulfly, while he's going to try and do his best to exit frag, LNZ, even with a quick switch thrown into the mixer, will not stop Young Ninjas from closing out a night.
This B-bomb site's looking a little bit vulnerable right now. No one anywhere near to rotate in that direction, as Skrunks decided to actually maintain a forward position here behind the sandbags. Will get the kill on the first, but that compromises the position. Support flash comes through, enough to blind up Adam. Skrunk doing a fantastic job. He will end up being blinded by Soulfly's flash. Nilo going to get ahead of the molly, but a team flash means he can't get that kill on Soulfly. Tries to go back through the molly, does Nilo. He gets brought down to 1 point of health in the process. I mean, he might be able to swing out from short and then maybe catch somebody coming out of apps. 10 seconds on the clock. How have Sangal not realized what's going on here with there being no presence on the B-bomb side? Corey's actually going to go back around through apps. Bomb plant going to come through just in time here. Young Ninjas, they've actually been able to get themselves in a 3v4 post-plant situation. Still an unlikely round, but a lot more doable than what it looked like at one point.
Certainly the case. Corey starting to move on in. Wants to think about his positioning in apartments. Is this one that Young Ninjas will read into? Is this a play that they'll expect? Corey got a flashbang on the go, getting ready to lob it in, and he will indeed toss it out here and not blind. It will be on the second attempt, but look at this. 2 for 1. That gives NIP level numbers, but there's one more man for the job. The 1 HP of Nilo hits the first shot.
No.
Not enough time for Fuzi to go for it. No kit, no chance. Young Ninjas, they equalize despite being down in every single engagement, down by numbers every single fight. What a round out of Nilo.
Worst case scenario for Sangal. That's going to be really difficult to come back from. 4 versus 3. Skrunk does fantastic work towards the top of Banana. Unfortunately, it's the second flash from Soulfly that actually blinds them up. Then it comes through for the retake here. And unfortunately, they fall to the 1v2. Nilo clutches it out.
Very quiet. Very, very quiet. Really, what to believe here? Is it going to be a B play? Are Sangal able to hold on? Well, a 2 for 1 certainly would provide that. Maxter, 6-shot bomb can get planted. 2 versus 3. Nilo was expecting that kind of move. Does pull off and lands the shot over the top of the smoke. Fuzi gone. 12 seconds now, 11. Nade going to get dropped in. 2 of them. Is he going to deny the bomb plant? Of course it is. It is picked up by Maxter. 4 seconds left. He is going to try and plant, but it's Corey to push forward and gun him down. Sangal finally get on the board. You're 1 step away from being dinked and deleted. Over Adam. Oh my word, what a swing. Corey just trade, but that's a good start to this round. Maxter actually does get tagged up. Legs, I do believe, by the AWP of Fuzi that actually gets removed by Nilo. Now LNZ gives it a go, but there's 1 man for the job. Corey going out 2. Federa and Maxter, 2 versus 2. Bomb plants to come in. I mean, they don't have other chance here. Hey, they've got a real good stab at it.
Yeah, Young Ninjas continue to find themselves in these winnable positions in rounds that they shouldn't have much going for them. Maxter will go down though. It's all on Eric's shoulders, tucked into the corner, nearly able to get the lineup, but instead it's going to be QB who gets the trade, looking for a little bit of extra utility before he even goes to complete that defuse. Every single day of the week, Retro gets a lot closer than what they would have liked, but they will still get the points on the board.
The by the side of Sangal will go their way, and you know, as much as we were kind of expecting it, I don't think we were saying that, you know, the Young Ninjas side wouldn't have had a chance this round. It's a full investment, and it's made to look like nothing. 15 on the board for Sangal, 1 step away from taking the first map of the 3.
2 Mac 10s and AK. That's what they have to not only try and fight back, but to even just keep themselves alive. It looks like it's going to be a play in towards the middle coming through. Sangal do have players of their own in position, but it's going to be the kills that go the way of the T side. QB had been isolated, but shut out from his teammates. Takes him a while to get that first frag as well. Way too long means he gets traded out immediately afterwards. And Sangal's set up in towards the top of mid gets dismissed with ease by NIP. And that really comes down to efficient utility usage for Young Ninjas in towards top mid as well. I mean, the players who were set up there, they were so blinded. QB
round. Very, very important. Scrunk getting naded. QB's opening frag though. Do they expect the man in that cubby position? Clearly not, as Scrunk lines up too. And now the hopes and dreams of Young Ninjas shattered. Nilo and Max are up against it to stop Sangal from taking the first, to stop the European squad from deflating the Young Ninjas side in Inferno, and unfortunately it's not going to happen today. Sangal, while it's a lot closer than most would expect, 16-12, they take the first. Take this one home.
Well, let's see if they can begin their map pursuit here with a pistol round win. It's going to be a big breach in towards the B bomb side coming through from the T side. QB wants to take the silencer off his pistol. Max is right next to him. Eventually, he will be able to respond. Now it's just about staying alive, but that won't happen for very long. Nilo rips off his head. Fuzi, the first responder, desperately tapping away, gets the kill onto Adam, and it's now only Nilo left remaining.
Basically just now hold him for the cross, just in case he got timing on him, and actually got timing on the both, but Scrunk, he catches Nilo lingering around a little too much for his liking. Still very slow. Very, very slow.
Not much time.
Have made their way towards Connector. 25 seconds left. As you said, yes, indeed, they have got Connector. But the issue is time, an issue. QB opening frag. They've got to be careful for jungle when they're yet to even sweep out the site. Finally, Adam will be able to take him down. But Scrunk, can he find it from this angle? LNZ going for a bomb plant. They look right over the top, but Corey's found Adam in the meantime. 3 versus 3, but the M4 is dropped to the molly.
Sure, there's some utility, but this bomb's already ticked so far gone. Nilo going to get spotted out as he jumps out, gets the kill, and with that, that should be enough to send Fuzi packing. I think that Soulfly and Fuzi should have committed to the save off the bat, and Fuzi not even going to be afforded the luxury, never mind, actually is able to fight his way back. So we'll keep the gun in play, but the round goes the way of NIP. Yeah. Whoever loses this round is going to be reduced to pistols in the next. And it's going to be Era who opens up onto Fuzi with the rifle this time. He's been able to get that first frag in the round. Adam able to best Corey as well. AK trumps M4 every day of the week, baby. It's only Soulfly on this B side of the map right now, and he's got a number of individuals pushing in his direction. He shouldn't be able to get much done, even going to get mollied out of position. This is worst case scenario for Soulfly. Tries to stay in the corner for a few seconds so that they don't check it as he swings out, but unfortunately that's not going to be making any difference. A very clean round coming through here from Young Ninjas.
We know the difference that a couple of rounds can make and how quick that can spiral out of control if you do leave it
for Fozy. And in fact, not going to have a chance to have much of a mark as NIP move aggressively in towards this B-bomb side. Soulfly gets caught completely off guard. Corey been dealt with as well. This B-bomb side's open for business.
Thank you, good sir. Era's found Fozy as well. Up drops. Trying to find that dot on the mini-map where he has actually been dropped. Now have a chance here on their CT side, just bested in every fight. Possession taken towards B. You can see for CT side though, very, very passive. Yet again, playing with a lot of timidity. Era missed shot, and that's a chance for Corey to explode. But look at this, Nilo finding a double. Adam able to trade out as well for Corey, and the rest is history. Another 4 versus 2. Another play that they can just split towards B. There's only one man on the site. It's Soulfly who finds one and a little bit, but that is it. And while Fuzi left with the AWP, you've got to save it. 1 versus 3 into a first half. You know, you're 8 rounds in, you've lost 6 of them, and you're on the CT side. No matter the scoreline now.
They'll have been losing, have been incredibly close. They've been just getting dominated in these gun rounds so far. They do try fight fire with fire in towards middle this time round, but they just get completely
very silent. Scrunk taking some molly damage, but look at this. NIP have let this round ripen massively. 40 seconds left. Let's stand, but Adam B finds the opening. Frag Max there a second. They just wander on out, and they know how to hit their shots here, Young Ninjas. Prep for everything. The Soulfly does find one. Adam B snaps back and will find one connector, man. Fuzi, while he is good for a trade, and Soulfly drops another. It is still only a 2 versus 2. Sangal, flash is great, shots even greater out of Soulfly. Now down to just Adam B. They walk in towards A, they find 2 opening frags, and that still might not be enough.
might not be enough. Soulfly going to continue to inflict further damage. It's Adam B who's on for the quad kill. Clutcher 1 versus 2 has been able to make his way in towards CT, but Soulfly is playing this position perfectly right now, not getting unnecessarily aggressive. He spots Adam out. He can relay that information to Fuzi as well. And although Adam gets the kill, he's actually going to be able to close the gap and get into CT. The problem is that he's not actually in a position now to cover the defuse, and Fuzi going to drop the smoke on the bomb, taps that defuse to try and force Adam B out. No, he's still trying to find the bomb. Finally, he will get on the C4. He's locking in that defuse right now, and Adam B not going to be able to do anything about it. Fuzi breathing a massive sigh of relief, won't even live to tell the tale, but he wins the round for his team. Absolutely, it's certainly not a round to get excited about for Sangal, but the main thing is that they do win a round back. Look at the aggression here. Soulfly and Corey pushing into Max's crosshair. He's going to be able to get both of those frags, and the round is pretty much over off the back of that outright aggression from Sangal. They want to try and gain some information, but all they end up accomplishing or end up doing is losing players. And that B-bomb site going to be under some serious scrutiny right now. It's only QB who's there, and not for much longer either. Disaster for Sangal.
Sangal, door shut in their face. Sprunk, I mean, will be given just enough space to save his gun.
Upgraded pistols in the mix as well, so maybe a chance for them to make something happen, but Young Ninjas have just been so damn convincing. And you even mentioned that one round Sangal did win. It's not like that really led much excitement or confidence into Sangal's fight back, but there certainly is something to get excited about here in this 5 versus 3. Skrunk turns that into a 5v2 as well. The rifle's being put to fantastic use right now. 2 of the 3 kills coming through from him, a couple from the Desert Eagles as well, and we could even be on for the team ace. No, Corey denies that, but what a way for Sangal to win the round. All 5 players stay alive to the anti-eco round, so a lot hinging on this round for Sangal. Fuzi going to be the first point of contact. His ex-teammate Linus going to be stepping into his scope. Barely even offers him up a shoulder, but that's enough for Fuzi to snap up the frag.
Yeah, pretty nice. Nilo going to find 1. Corey trades 4 in favor for Sangal. Could be number 5 as well. So they do settle with a man advantage here in the post plant for Young Ninjas. They are still looking for their way back in, and Maxter might just be able to deliver it. Fuzi up close, flashbang, won't actually deliver, and the orb's made its way back through the murder hole. Maxter thinks he's got good timing. Fuzi just knows that play all too well. Nilo gonna get caught out over the top of the smoke, the classic Soulfly play, and they should know the Orb of Era exactly where it is, and only Tuck being behind a smoke, lots of gunfire through it will be the end of his life, and it will be a 5th on the board for Sangal.
As for Young Ninjas, well, they're still going to be really comfortable with the position that they're in, but if they finish the half with 8 to their name, they probably would have feel like they left a few in the tank.
Sangal starting to rise up to the occasion a little bit more.
They are.
Been pretty awesome.
And crossing towards jungle. Problem is, there's only 22 seconds left on the clock. Era's still towards the catwalk right now. I don't think he really has the luxury to be on that part of the map. He has to be with his teammates pushing in towards A. I have no idea how Young Ninjas are even going to get a plant from this position. Skrunk towards ramp right now, should be able to shut it down. Actually, no, Max is looking in this direction. Going to be able to cover the bomb planter, then pivots 180 degrees to take down Corey as well. And all of a sudden, this round is very much alive.
Smokes just yet. Era's Orb, of course, compromised now on short, but a molly on top of the bomb certainly will help to their scenario. QB's going to find a let's see. The Orb of Era finds its first. Fuzi comfortable now trying to take the fight on the angle, expecting a peek over the top, telling his teammate just tap it. Era lands the shot anyway, but Fuzi, a big opportunity, but a missed shot will allow Maxter to slide in and find it. It's 9 on the board for Young Ninjas. Forget 8, they're on for 10.
And that's the most impressive round they've won in the half so far, because they were down into the 3 versus 5 with basically no immediate options available. Maxter was the hero there for me. The way that he covers his planter by watching ramp was just really good awareness coming through from him.
How smooth this first half has been. QB, nice attempt from underpass. LNZ will silence it. Fuzi trying to get his hands dirty yet again. The big man Linus just put that one to rest. 3 versus 3, quite level in terms of scenario, but of course, Young Ninjas with much better weaponry. They've still got to go back and get the bomb, but ultimately they will not care about that. This is, okay, actually letting the MP9 slip. Era's just found Skrunk though, and there you have it, 10-5.
Of the world right now. with that P250, looking for fights, nothing being taken, and now it is going to be attention in towards Maxter here on this B-bomb side. He is going to get wrapped around, but the fact that he's able to find a kill before he goes down is not a bad result, because Fuzi also went down on the opposite side of the map. Corey will still force the issue in towards Markets. It's going to be a fairly one-dimensional retake. At least Nilo going to get across to Catwalk. There's a kit, there's a smoke, so there's certainly a chance for the retake.
Corey up close. This is a bit of an overextension. Does drop the defuse kit as well as a second. Nilo now 1 versus 2. Corey on for the ace. 4 in the round already. How brilliant is this? And ultimately now, no chance, I think, in this one. Bomb way too far ticked. As I said, the kit dropped in kitchen. Points of health. You've just got to save it. There is no chance in this one. Your team's going to be investing anyway. At least you...
Having a little bit more freedom for the individuals to make their moves right now, though. It's going to be the pack-based mentality in towards the A-bomb side. They go able to trade out Adam B, spots out Era in towards CT as well. We'll be forcing him back with the molly. Interestingly enough, opting against smoking him off, maybe thinking that could give him a smoke grenade to play around. Instead, going to just leave it open. The reverse side of triple.
I mean, Young just certainly won't shy away the idea of a retake here. Problem is they invested so heavily into the weaponry and the armor and in a little bit in utility that they've completely overseen the scenario of a bomb plant, and buying a kit was well out of the equation. So it's a 10-second stick no matter what. A smoke on top of the bomb does Sangal probably a little more pressure to take these fights and these swings, but with already the damage being found out, they are knowing now no one's on the bomb. LNZ, last player towards jungle, easy as you like. Sangal going to win this one out. Those odds over at 1x bet.
Their opponent's map pick to potentially win the series 2-0. Have been able to gain some early control in towards mid. Nice timing on the peak there from Soulfly. He takes down Nilo, tries to go through the smoke immediately afterwards, though. Not sure if that was entirely necessary. Look at Adam B thriving as well. Despite the fact that he's been brought down low, he's still able to get the job done. And I think that Sangal just got a little bit heavy-handed there after they found that opening frag.
Oh my word, what a round out of Young Ninjas. They make it 11. Really nothing to worry about, and Sangal even opting to force buy into this round rather than taking the eco.
Yeah, that's the panic button being pushed that you were referring to a little bit earlier. Now they've pushed all their chips into the middle of the table. They're hoping for the best. They are able to at least get a kill to open up the A-bomb site, but they still need to try and find a way to plant, and the bomb carrier's now been dropped. So somebody else is going to have to recover the C4, which means the smoke grenades that they've deployed will begin to dissipate, and they will be left exposed. 3 players heading in towards CT as well. How on earth is Fuzi able to make something from this position? The answer is that he isn't. And it should be an easy cleanup on the retake here for Young Ninjas. At least NIP do, or rather Sangal get the bomb plant in the round that they lose, but that's only going to be accounting for so much as Young Ninjas go up to 13. Yeah, I mean, that means that they're leaving this one incredibly late. Maxed Up is going to get aggressive in towards apartments. There's a few players in position. Corey's timing couldn't have been worse. He just looks away from the angle as soon as Maxter comes around the corner. At least QB will be able to trade, but the damage is done with the double kill. A lot of time here for Sangal to reassess the situation and maybe just change up the approach.
So silent right now. 2 versus 4, LNZ. Bringing hope back in. QB will be delivering on that front. Oh, QB a second. 2v2. Bomb as well. Question is, do they expect the ticket boost player of Adam B? Well, they've got 30 seconds to make their mind up. It's a double swing, and they clear the short player out. Now maybe they could just move right back in towards B. Adam B, will he be able to meet them on the site? I mean, he's only just started moving off of A now, so I don't think so. But he is coming in from Connector, and another double swing out of Sangal. That is so well played from QB and Scrunk. The cohesion, the teamwork there, just swing out and take the fights together on every single front. And they deliver for 9 despite investing merely Tech 9s and half armor.
Yeah, that's absolutely insane. That's really the only way to put it. I can't believe QB is able to have so much impact. He plays that situation perfectly as well. Would just put them in such a difficult position to fight back from as if they aren't in one already. Now looking to breach their way in towards that B bomb site. Molly actually not deep enough, so it means they don't really have the room to close the gap. Rotation really comes through right now. Oh, Maxter playing around that smoke to absolute perfection. Nice. Bodies hitting the ground right now, and most of them belong to Sangal, but QB, who continues his form from the previous round into the next, will continue to frag like a madman. Problem is the time. There's only 12 seconds left remaining. Bomb plant will be coming through. So at least they're able to turn this into a post blunt. But look at the big flank from Adam B. Nobody on the side of Sangal will consider this, although QB certainly does. Huge awareness coming through from him. He's on an absolute tear right now, and he might be the hero in back-to-back rounds for Sangal.
And look at this, Fuzi knows the location of Linus. He knows that he's going to be coming from the kitchen area. Both players arriving on scene. Great shot from Fuzi, able to isolate the fight, and Azira wanders out. It's an orb that's needed in the 1 versus 2. And while he thinks he has Fuzi read into, QB as well taking place. They know that he's wandered out into the back of the site, and it's a 4th in the round for QB.
Yeah, it actually looks like they've got some confidence behind them here once again. It's been a while since they've had a bit of a spring in their step and played with some confidence. Linus will get taken down. Soulfly boosted up into snipers early on. There was actually being watched by Linus, but doesn't make a difference once the fight actually breaks up. Fuzi gets Era as well, who tries to respond, but the round falling apart here for Young Ninjas. 5 versus 3 in the very early stages.
Very important beginning. Drawn back out as Sangal lose Corey and actually lose out on all of their apartment's control. Whether out, they're going to just basically lose the entirety of this round because the site is just gone. And well, that's a great shot from QB, but Sangal definitely shouldn't make a change. They are just going to hit the B site. That's a great fake from QB, and that's an easy 12 for Sangal. And that was, yeah, it was the 2v4, right, where they pick up an M4, and it does all the work. Oh, look at this. He sees, can't convert. Cool smoke. Oh! Even cooler tech to block it. Soulfly and Fuzi both with kills, but Maxter from CT is able to put up one hell of a fight, or rather from stairs, excuse me. Fuzi taking massive damage to the molly as well. 2 versus 3 because LNZ's called out Scrunk. Now, Corey really is the only man to be able to prevail. Bombs dropped. He's got the B side, not that that matters.
Doesn't look like anybody's looking in that direction now. Era gonna start to head back, and he will get the kill on Corey. That was the frag that they needed. There was no chance for Sangal if Corey falls, and that's exactly what happens if Corey does come through with the backstab.
Well, gonna try and react as best as they can to a bit of A pressure. Scrunk certainly trying to deliver as well, spamming out with the AK. Not a terrible bit of damage. Zero though, opening frag. Soulfly just nails LNC. Jumps up towards the bench and he's able to find a second. 3 versus 3. Got to be careful for the nade and for the molly, and he will duck out of the way of both. Quite even in this scenario. A double AWP setup though for a CT side is quite worrying. Especially when Sangal are bringing out 3 rifles. QB's made his way all the way through. Caught Adam from under Palace. And the bomb's able to make its way forward as well. They knew that Soulfly was lurking around the connector angle. Skrunk's going to punch in the digits. And now, 3 versus 2. Era walks in, able to catch out Soulfly. 2v2. And now they know, well, really, where both players are. There's your first. Skrunk finds the second. And Sangal at 14, they tie things up. Money for the CT side, good enough for one more buy.
Go to overtime.
And here we go, fast towards B, but the opening kill from Scrunk found elsewhere. It was towards middle, but LNZ able to trade. They do get onto the site, and they don't meet much resistance either. QB's going to find Maxter on short. The last 3 players come in from kitchen. Soulfly lands one. Iramis shot in the orb.
No.
That was such an easy frag. The last 2 now barrened out in towards kitchen. Flashbang dropped in. Soulfly delaying the inevitable as Sangal stand their ground. They know that there's no chance they lose out here. Even Soulfly getting more aggressive, waiting. They don't quite know where the second man is, but surely the utility and the time being spent will give it all away. LNT moving forward. It's an easy pickup for Soulfly. Runs through the smoke, on for the knife. He was trying to do it, no disrespect, but QB to find the last. Sangal 16, Young Ninjas 14 in a 2-0 fashion. Sangal dismissed the Young Ninjas, and they will not be with us for any more. What a sick turn of events. What composure from Sangal, and with their backs against the wall.